We're getting some requests to have a look at the Luna bus, so we're going to give you a little tour today. We'll start on the outside and work our way inside. So, here we have, it's 23 feet or 7 meters, manual diesel. We have everything we need to live off the grid. We've got the water tanks here, what we fill up for showers, washing dishes. There's an inlet here for plugging in and getting electricity to the bus. We've got a pretty good trunk space that's underneath the main bed there. Normally we have the bike rack coming out over here. A little quote, our website, and a Families on the Road Traveling Australia sticker, so we can meet like-minded people as we go around. So yeah, if you see the back of our bus, give us a wave. Up here we've got a fishing rod pole and the awning, so that comes out really far, nearly double the size of the bus, with really good shade. We've got AluGuard security screens that also double as protection from mozzies and flies. It's very impenetrable, so I feel very safe inside there. Another little outlet here, so we can plug in for the outside our LED lights or anything that we want. And come on in, I'll show you around. So it does have one solar panel on the top. We will be getting another one, but that's good enough for now. So we've got the power coming in here where we can monitor the solar. We have all of the little switches here that run the lights, the dining lights, the toilet lights, the fridge, the 12-volt power, and the pump. The pump basically runs the shower and the sink over there for washing dishes. We have a little 12-volt plug here, so we can plug in the kids' DVD player. We can plug in the iPhones, the iPads, do all our charging while we drive. The bus has 16 curtains, all handmade, and it wraps around the complete front and all around, so when they're closed we have full privacy. This is the kids' zone. So they've got little pull-out tables, their car seats, all of their books and their coloring and their snacks and their fans for those hot days. Special gift from Auntie Jessica. One toy box to share for both of them. And headphones and DVD player. So that's pretty much the entire space dedicated to them. Little map here of Australia, and we've been putting gold stars on the different places that we've been going around. Each of the different lights in the bus, there's lights set throughout the whole bus, run from either the 12-volt or electricity. They all are connected differently, so you can flip them on or off depending on what situation you're in. Underneath the car thing here, Dakota's got his box of Lego. We also have this inverter, so when we need to charge the iPads and computer while we drive, we plug it into there. And this is where the solar power is getting stored. The power is getting stored into here, which quite a few things run off. Collecting a few little postcards along the way, decorating our space. Inside of here we have our gas stove. Been pretty good, cooking things pretty quickly, so pretty happy with that. Pops down and gives you some counter space as well. So inside of here is just the oils and the different things. We've got our bread, our fruit, veg, pots and pans, all in there. Up here, the mugs, the cups. We use the brand Corelle, which is very highly recommended for people traveling in buses and caravans because it's chip resistant and break proof, and anyways, it's the best one to recommend. Snacks. I've attached a little thing here for pulling the napkins out, so that makes it pretty handy. Inside of here we've got the pantry, we've got the cutlery, all the pantry goods, the plates and bowls all covered in this little black thing, so this stops them from breaking and chipping and smashing while we drive, because it gets pretty bumpy. Underneath the bottom basket, you open up the hatch, and there's two very good sized gas tanks, which not only run the stove, but they also run the fridge when we need to turn it on with the gas. If you want to come through, I will show you the bathroom. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. So we don't have a toilet yet. We have one up north where we're going to go pick up. So it's currently a little bit of storage space, but we have a shower. The light is up there. Here's the sink for washing your hands. This all comes from the big water tank outside. You just turn on the pump and it all works. These are some fans that we're having installed above the kids and the bed in the next couple of days. Very, very good fans. They'll run off of the 12 volt. In here we have a little wardrobe. Too much winter gear, ridiculous. This powers the bus for when you're plugged into the electricity. And here as well, you can see the pilot light for when you switch on the fridge with the gas. We've got vitamins and spool. Thinking about getting a microwave. Still in discussion with the other half. This is a 3-way fridge, so while we're driving, we run it off of the battery. When we're plugged in, we run it off the electricity, and when we're in the bush camping off the grid, we run it off the gas. It's as simple as pressing that button. It's a pretty good size. This keeps it locked so it doesn't fly open when you're driving. Pretty good amount of space, what we need. Then we have our sink for washing dishes. So just flip on the pump over in that box, turn it on, wash the dishes. It goes to a grey water tank, which we then empty when we're done. This is the drinking water. It has its own separate water tank that's been cleaned and purified, and that goes on the 12 volt pump. So you just flip this switch after you, that switch and this one, and you turn on your drinking water, and that's really handy to have that separate. So more pantry space. This is the kids' closet. So we have to keep things pretty tidy and no more clothes shopping because that's as far as we can go. They get 2 shelves each, which is pretty good. Down the bottom is more winter storage, but we're actually in the heat of summer right now, so it's not really necessary to be using all that. It's right above the tire, so it's not a very huge space. Bedside tables, all the electrics, all the cords, everything that we need goes in there. In here is the kids' book library and a hammock, so when we pull up somewhere we can have a nice little chill time, read a book. Got all their Play-Doh, their school, their puzzles, just everything that they need and want when on the road. I'll just hop up here for a second. This is the crafts drawer. So everything crafts because they both love doing that. So got all that on hand and everything we need. So these are the clothes. This is my section here. So it's just all has to be very well organized. Niggs gets a little bit of a space here because he's not home very often. So yeah, this is the big bed. We are currently co-sleeping because we are trying to have a drop-down bunk designed for the kids at the front of the bus. But until then, that's where we all hang out. Underneath the bed, which is pretty difficult to lift, but underneath this cupboard here is a really good storage space. So I've got all the bulk shopping, canned goods, any emergencies or extra food and milk and water and everything is stored in there. And you can also access the trunk on these 2 panels under the bed. If you don't want to get in and dig through everything, you can access it under the bed as well. Got my first aid kit. Bin is under there with all the cleaning supplies. Behind there we've got a couple of fold-out tables and a couple of sunshades. So yeah, we've got everything to run off of with electricity, gas, 12 volt, got water, we've got power. We've got a permanent pool or beach bag here that's constantly ready for getting out because we're always finding somewhere to swim. Camps Australia-wide. Cannot travel Australia without that. Best book ever. So I think that's it. Still have a few things to do. Still want to, you know, upgrade, getting a reversing camera put in. But generally, we have everything we need, and we hope you like the Luna bus. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Ciao.